Hey, what's up? It's DJ. Welcome back to new mods for Farming Simulator 25. In total, today we have 32 mods released on the mod hub. All platforms got 20 new and 1 update, and PC and Mac players got 5 new and 6 updates. New for all platforms includes CLAAS Xerion 12 CMATIC, Deutz Fahr Agrostar 831, Lizard F28X Forwarder LT6000, Lizard Rustata 45, HTS 5004-2, Fliegl DPW210, Tim Weeder 4-row, Big Cow Barn GEA, 8-bay double cowshed, Polish modern cowshed, Yara liquid fertilizer tank, Neuro Civ 18, Neuro NTF 5, building with shed, homemade big garage, farm fences pack BR, Estancia Lapacho, Lanrelas, and Wulfhagen. And for PC and Mac players, we've got the Storage Dialog Plus, Pallet Spawn Store, multiple silage types, player last position, and helper price changer. Also released today but removed was the Case IH Puma series, primarily because it has no sounds. But hopefully this will be fixed and it'll be back soon. If you like staying updated with all the latest mods in Farming Simulator and staying up in trees like this forwarder, make sure you guys are subscribed, and let's check out today's mods. Starting off today, we have the CLAAS Xerion 12 CMATIC, new for all platforms. Configurations on here, we have a couple different EU and US versions, including the hitches on the back. So we could change those up if you would like. The US comes with a quick hitch there, or you can remove it altogether. Engine options from 585 up to 653 horsepower. Wheel brands from CLAAS, Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Midas, BKT, and Vredestein. And we got a couple different versions in each one of those. Front weights, you got a big one on the front. You can actually have a couple big weights at the front. Goodness gracious. That's too many weight options, man. Look at that. We just keep going. That's it. Additional weight, we can also add some of these as well. These are around towards the back, keeping the rear end down on the ground. Warning signs, always good to have those as well. However, on the EU version, it looks good. But how's it going to look like on the US version? Doesn't look like anything's being added, so there you go. We also have extensions. This is just going to be on your track or above the tracks there. Then we have the back window. We'll flip that around. We have a standard and tinted for the back window. GPS, we got a regular one, and you can also throw a Starfire on there. That should get some green fans' attention. And then we got main, roof, and rim color. On here, we've got real GPS and precision farming DLC support if you're using those. It's got a rear view camera with the MB Trucks pack if you've got that, and your implement on the back has a camera as well. We also have openable hood and doors, completely animated front axle and tracks, new sounds and adjustments to the real machine. Also, Carl Farms let it borrow the belt, so that is super duper cool. Now this is why I love this mod right here, and why I've always loved the CLAAS, the big quad track styles, is they're not articulated. They just run. Ooh, listen to that turbo diesel, yeah. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds really, really good. We'll open up the door there. Let's see what else we got. We can flip around inside, and it looks like we've got our, oh, nope. There we go. Plenty of options, man. Plenty of options for you. Just a quick heads up. I know I said that this would work with a camera if it had something with it that would utilize a camera. However, it does have a camera on the back. It's a smaller monitor up at the front. I missed that. Just wanted to let you guys know, so that is on me. And if you get it just right, you can crab step all the way over. Oh, there we go. Yeah, getting it. I don't know why it's working, but it's working. Next on our list, the Deutz Fahr Agrostar 831. This is based off of the one in the base game, where that one may only have wheel options. This one's got a few more things. We still have wheel options: Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Midas, BKT, Vredestein, and Nokian. So all of your standard tire options through there. What do I do? Always good to see those. Front fenders, though, this is a new one. We got those. Flashers, we've got those. Where's the flash? Oh, blinky's in the front. Yes, please. Floor carpet, we'll flip that around. Yep, just kind of changes the color in there. And then we could change the color out here as well. Very nice. Ooh, I like it. I like this. You may have to ignore the awful red color here, but still, I like some strobe lights in the front. Very cool. Of course, sounds good. Drives like the one in the base game, etc. But but it is nice to have a couple more options now. From Carl TG, the Lizard F28X Forwarder. Oh yeah, we talked about this a little bit in Farm Sim News. It's nice to see it here. Engines from 280 all the way up to 320 horsepower. Brands for wheels. I said that out of order. Nokia and Olive Phosphor and Lizard tires. So we have all kinds of stuff through there. Very nice to see. Love it, love it, love it. And I do really like those big old wide lizards, so we'll leave those on there. Protection, we've got it on the front, on the top, and then we got a chain, I guess, or some type of cable go between those two. Window protection, you got one for the back, we've got one for the sides, and full side setup. And then we've got color options. So you got main, stakes, protection color, crawler color, and rim color, so colors for all the stuff. There's even a winch on the very back, so you can take this around wherever you need to, hook it up. Let's see, how long is it? Usually Carl puts a pretty long winch rope on their stuff. Hang on. Got it up there pretty far. All right. I'm so sorry, Carl. A couple things we can do with it in the game. We can extend, so it makes it super mega wide. Of course, we've got our grapple here, which I've always been terrible at trying to maneuver. They never go in the same place that I wanted them to, so I just don't try anymore. As per usual, we have tension straps, and they're actually hooked in the middle right here, so it'll actually like pull in on where your where the load is, so that's pretty cool. Of course, we can move this guy around and open it and close it. We also have a change of driving direction, so if you prefer to drive the other way, you can. That's pretty cool. And we got that winch as well, which is, ooh, pretty powerful. Hey, yeah, all right, there we go. We got kind of close to it. I always love doing dumb stuff like this. Yeet! All right, yeah, you can't say that's not a good winch. That thing goes. Also, look at the flex on here. Very nice indeed. Yes, sir. Is that a winch on the front too? That's a winch on the front too. Get out of here. About to do something dumb. A couple more neat things. We can extend and contract the rear. That's pretty cool. I like that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and control the winch a little bit more. There we go. Drop that down. And now we're pulling in the other side. Yeah. Hey. We're just gonna leave that there. Carl, I'm so sorry. You know I love you, but I had to. It's not every day you get something with two winches on it. Yeah. Look at that though. It's holding it. I'm having too much fun. Let's move on. Next one, the LT6000. Very cool. So for Blackbird modding, we've got an air suspension yes and no on here, and then we have colors for the main and the rim color. We've also got straps. So this may be one of the more unique trailers that we've seen in farming simulators. Of course, we've got some ramps in the back, so we'll go ahead and kick those out. Boom, just like so. Also, yes, I'm using an electric semi. Makes things nice and quiet. Keeps it nice and easy. But here's some of the other things that we could do. We can raise up different sections of this. Boom, just like so. And then when we fold in, hang up. There you go. There's the straps. So what it does is it will strap down things at like an angle, so you can transport different loads and still be good to go. You see, I don't trust myself, so I'm going to show off the pictures that the modder posted. You can see here we got, was that 4 or 5 semi-trucks in a line there? Oh, well, that one hasn't loaded. Tell you what, I'm having some issues with Giant's website recently. Anybody else? Just me? Anyway, very neat, very cool. Like I said, super unique. I don't know if I've ever seen anything quite like that before. Very cool. Forwarder still in the trees. Next is the Lizard Rustata 45. It's got 2 T's in there. 45,000 liter semi-trailer, holds bulk crop, so all the things. Also has a very construction-esque look to it, so you might have a truck that's going to work perfect for this. Steps, we got a couple of these really, well, I don't know in what language wheel is called step, but hey, we got those if you need it. We also have some stickers, fractional and continuous. And then we have fenders, standard and high. And we have standard and in the truck bed for the rear lights. Oh, I see what it means. It's not in the truck bed. It's just under them a little bit. It's attached to it. Auxiliary lighting, we've got it as either orange or red. And that's pretty cool. We also have the plate, which is the, what do they call this? Quite, superior, and standard. All right. As far as other stuff goes, we have a cistern. We also have a cone. Is that a cone? I love that. That's so cool. Fender options, we either have small or big around towards the back. There you go. It's not really fenders as much as it is mud guards. There you go. Attachers, you can throw an extra one of those on the back. A cover is a yes or a no. Suspension, we could change up kind of what happens with these. That's really interesting. And we got colors, main, design, and rim. I am curious what the design is. So we've got the rear right here. Pretty neat. Another design. Let's see. We'll just go blue with that. That's going to be your fenders. Super long name for a mod here. The HTS 50.04-2 large volume trailer and HTS 50.04 high pressure bale trailer. It's under so much pressure. How's about you just change the mod name to the Fortschritt HTS 50.04? That's what I'm going to do. So you can find that down in the timestamps. Anyway, with these, we've either got a forage trailer, pretty nice forage trailer, to be honest, or you can go with a bale trailer right here. Colors for chassis design and rim, and both of them look identical, except for one thing. One of them doesn't hold anything. Now the trailer is quite interesting in the sense that it's not a auto-loading trailer, and there's no obvious way to get bales into it. But there is. However, unfortunately, I don't have one of the balers that would work with this. What you need is something that actually gets the bale up in the air and over the top into it. You need the bales to be in the trailer. Good luck. All right, well, let's pretend that I've already got these bales out, which, oh, look at that. I have. Are there straps? No, there are not. But I've got bales in there, so we're good to go. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to unfold the back door, like so. And then we're going to turn on the trailer. And when you do that, it pushes everything out the back. That's pretty sweet. That is pretty sweet indeed. It's going to take a little while, but I guess it would in real life as well. So there you go. That's how that works. And if you're like me, you can simply put a sell point down back here and it'll sell everything as it goes in. Oh, I bet I could just drive over this and it'll sell everything. Oh, well, that was an easy cleanup. Sweet. Next up, we got that Fliegl DPW210, another bale trailer. Nice to see a couple bale trailers in these days. In here, we have a wheel setup, a standard and a wide tire. We also have loading left and loading right. And then we've got colors with the main, wheel hubs, outer rim, and inner rim. Unfortunately, this doesn't have auto load or anything like that, and it is the model from Farming Simulator 19. We also have the Tim Weeder 4-row. This will also fertilize as it weeds. That's pretty cool. 3-meter worker width at 7 miles per hour. Weighs about half a ton. Now we got a couple placeables. We're going to take a look at it in the game. The first one is the big Cow Barn GEA from Caster. Holds 500 cows and it costs $715,000. Also, if you want to put solar panels on the top like I've done, it'll cost you an extra $285,000. It is a lot. So, what do we got? Well, we have feed capacity of 150,000, milk capacity of 80,000, which really isn't too much, but it's enough. Slurry is 2 million, straw capacity 200,000 for bedding. As far as our bunker right here goes, the feed robot itself will hold 7,500 liters. That's pretty cool. Silage 200,000. Hay is going to be 100,000. Straw is 49,000 for some reason instead of 50, and mineral feed, weirdly enough, is 100,000 liters. I guess it would be. It is bigger than the other ones. Whatever. Nonetheless, you're going to need all of those, and it will make TMR for you. The inside, there's not as many openable thingies as I kind of expected there to be. Usually inside these, you've got, fences and gates that open all the way around, but not really with this one. Just a couple bits and bobs here and there. We've got that. Come over here, open up both of these independently. Boom. We can open or buy some aminals. But yeah. This is not really an animation style kind of thing. It is a big cow barn kind of thing. I really wanted to show you this in the game. It's huge. Customizations, we already talked about these solar panels, so that price is going to be over $1 million, but we do have one other thing. We could change up the color, which is pretty cool. It comes with the GEA blue, but if you didn't like that, you can change it up to any other color you like. The other one we're looking at is another cow barn, the 8-bay double cow shed. This one will hold 200 cows. There we go. We got a place for slurry inside. Not as big of an area as the other one is, to be fair, but it also doesn't hold half as much. Ooh, those doors are booking it, man. You better watch yourself. There we go. 200 cows in here. We'll kind of go across. Say food is 170,000 liters, straws 40, manure 60, and slurry is 150. As far as milk goes, I'm not quite sure because this one doesn't tell us. I also don't have any cows in there either. So there's that. Oh, that's slurry. That's pretty cool too. So if that's slurry, that means this is milk. All right. Also, unlike the other one, we cannot change the color. No customization. It's just green. We've also got a couple other new ones, including the Polish Modern Cow Shed, which holds 50 cows. Next is the Yara liquid fertilizer tank. This holds 50,000 liters of said liquid fertilizer. It's pretty cheap. It's $500. However, it is $350 per day because basically it is simulating the manufacturer leasing you out this tank to store on your farm. Kind of a similar thing here with the NeuroSieve 18. So this one is $12,650, rent's $50 per day, and capacity is 18,000 liters. Generally, this is used for mineral feed. However, you can also put in wheat, barley, oats, canola, maize, corn, soybeans, sunflower, sorghum, rice. It's a silo, is what it is. You're welcome. And if both of those were too big, well, how's about you check out this one? 6,500 liters, and it's exactly like the silo before it. We got the building with a shed for $41,500. The homemade big garage for $12,500. And the farm fences pack BR with all kinds of different stuff in here, but you can get a good idea through these screenshots. Now we've got some new maps for you guys. First one's Estancia Lapacho. Not really a new map. It's a returner for Farming Simulator 17 and 19 and 22. South American map originally released with the Platinum Edition of Farming Simulator 17, aka the expansion. Back when it was only one expansion, now we just call it the Year 1 expansion. This was pretty cool because it brought in some new stuff into Farming Simulator, like sugarcane, which was very, very popular, at least there for a little while, but not really much past that. The map itself, 653 megabytes. There are 3 required mods, totaling 96 megabytes. Goodness, could you imagine? Otherwise, you're just going to find pretty much what you remember. Everything's the same. Crop types are the same. Farmland. I don't remember what you started with in new farmer mode then, but we do have farmland 33, or 34 rather, and then 1 and 2. So you can expand out pretty quickly from there. Jumping on down to our crop calendar. It does start us in August, even though we're in the southern hemisphere. So there's that. No animals, at least from here. We do have some contracts that have been popped up. Nothing too wild and crazy, but some good stuff in there. We do have 2 productions available, the sawmill and the BGA, but nothing is owned. And then we have some prices for stuff, although it does look like we're missing a few things in here. Rice straw, long grain. Not sure what's up with that. Anyway, we'll take a look at the vehicles real quick. Bam! Got my buttons ready today. All ready for you. Yeah, not a whole lot going on with this one. If you remember, so we've got the house here, which is fully enterable now. I don't believe it was back in the day, but it is now because we've got the version of the house with a full interior. It's one of the required mods. And then here's just kind of around. I remember, I think it was this area right here, this farmland, or this one. I remember, I think it was Farm Sim 19 or 22, building a bunch of animal pens and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. I've done quite a few series on this map. Don't plan on doing one in 25, but hey, you never know. Hey, let me know what you think. And of course, here are your required mods for Estancia Lapacho. Next one is Lanrelas. We've got 3 maps today, by the way. This is a French map. It is from Yanka TV, 255 megabytes to download. However, there are 10 required mods, which total 563 megabytes by themselves, meaning this is not a 250 megabyte map. It is an 818 megabyte map to download. We've got 114 fields ranging from 0.12 hectares all the way up to 11.33, 26 forestries. We've got custom license plates, realistic ambient sounds, rare gillettes to collect, and new NPCs for missions. So there you go. No new crop types, unfortunately, for this one. Taking a look at the farmlands that we got. Looks like everything's kind of situated right here, 71, 97, 114. And then I think a main farm right here around 73. Let's find that out. I think everything's just kind of hiding in here. Yep, not too shabby. A nice smaller setup right here. And I also like that it's out here right by the main road. So that makes things a little bit simpler. Looks like we got some red equipment on here. So if you like case, you're going to enjoy this one. Jumping out and taking a look at other stuff. Here is your crop calendar, so you'll know what to expect and when. We have a sheep barn and a chicken pasture that are owned by default. Here is our NPC setups. Very, very nice. Goodness gracious. And we've got, let's see, 7 productions available. Cool. None owned by default, so heads up through there. And then through here, take a look at the vehicles that we own at the beginning, or the equipment rather, as you've seen most of it already. But I believe there's a couple more pieces hiding in areas that we haven't seen yet. And here are your 10 required mods. And your last new map for all platforms today is Wulfhagen. Hagen? What's it supposed to be?
Wulfhagen.
I can't say it like that. Another European map from AE Mapping, 375 megabytes. No required mods. There are 13 farmlands, big fields as well, 5 meadows and 2 forestry areas. Pretty straightforward. Let's jump in and take a look at the PDA. Here it is, and this is what you're going to get. If you like big fields that are irregular, this is probably one to take a look at. No new crop types on here, but we do have some pretty big farmland areas in the middle. So we'll take a look at that. It does look like it's only going to be the one here. So farmland number 1 comes with the main farm and 2 field areas. Here's our main farm. Kind of looks more North American than it does European, but hey, I'm not here to judge, man. This is everything that you're going to get. We do have some really interesting squares everywhere. It's pretty basic, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah. Placeables do not lend itself to being European whatsoever. Regardless, we got a grass field down here at the very bottom of our stuff, and then we've got a larger field right up here. What is farmland number 1 anyway? Does it even say? It's not popping up and saying. Well, that's all right. Taking a look at the crop calendar, here you go. As far as animals go, we've got, well, quite a few animals indeed. We've got a big cow barn, we've got a sheep barn, and a chicken coop. Only 1 contract has popped up so far. What's the time in game right now? It's 8:05. Well, no wonder none of the contracts have popped up. Here we go. Now let's do this the fun way. Yeah, there we go. All right. We got some new contracts that have popped up, and we've got big ones as well. So if you like making money, you'll be good to go. A lot of production chains on the map, however, none owned by default. And then we've got an extensive setup of equipment that we've got as well. Some more case stuff. Good to see that. But yeah, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Not bad at all. It seems kind of a blank map. I don't know. It is a fictional map, so it's just made for Farming Simulator. That's it. I think they did a pretty good job. Now let's jump over to updates for all platforms, or should I say update. We only have one. It is Horizonte Argentino, the map, version 1.02. Now, they say they've added a required dependency, Farm Fence Pack, which is totally fine. However, there's one issue. It's not listed on the website yet, so it's unsure if downloading this map will download that mod automatically or not. So just a heads up. Jumping over to new ones for PC and Mac players from FSG, we have the Storage Dialog Plus. It enhances the default object storage dialog by adding a clean, scrollable list view that displays everything stored inside your object storage. You can easily see all the pallets, bales, and stored items in one organized table. Next one is the Pallet Spawn Store. It's a script mod that gives you full control over how each product leaves your productions. The game normally allows for store, sell, and distribute. This mod adds a new option and changes how store works. There's now 4 options. You've got store with no pallets, spawn, which works like base game, sell like the base game, and distribute, which is the base game. So store is pretty sweet. It just stores it. Doesn't do anything. It's awesome. Next on our list is multiple silage types. Now we've got grass, wheat, barley, oat, triticale, rice, sorghum, which goes into GPS chaff, and then we've got maize, which turns into regular chaff, which is unchanged. Player last position, pretty straightforward, saves each player's position on disconnect independent of the server save cycle. Players are teleported back to their last position on reconnection, works on foot and in vehicles, and is compatible with single player, multiplayer, and dedicated servers. Last note for PC and Mac players is Helper Price Changer. This mod allows you to change the price of the in-game AI helper. You'll be able to select either 10%, 25, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 400, 500, 1000, and 2000% of the normal helper rate. Goodness gracious, 2000%? 10%, baby, let's go. Lastly, we have updates for PC and Mac players, starting with the Mascar Montana 600. This will be version 101 to fix the missing texture on the back support and improve stability when detached. One I know PC players have been waiting on, the Real Dirt Color version 115. They've updated the checks performed on vehicle parts. Also, this should not be showing as outdated anymore. Advanced silage types, the fixed incorrect name for silo cover. Dynamic husbandry capacity. They've got a fix for stables without manure heaps to prevent manure from being stored inside the stable. AI Baler and Forage Wagon removed the comment that a baler will work if it's the only implement, and a front-mounted implement is mandatory. Well, that just sounds like base game stuff right there. That's how it works on console too, man. Lastly, an update to crop rotation. They've added new crops and fixed an error when sowing with precision farming. And that's it. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Thank you for watching. Hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one.